MohawkOffroadFab.com.
Our front 24-inch bracket holds 4 pods or a 20-inch light bar. Our 16-inch bracket holds 2 pods. Our rear bracket holds 2 4-inch pods.
Mohawk off-road fabrication here. Today I'm going to show you how to install, mount lights on my 2014-2018 Jeep Cherokee KL front light mount bracket. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take the OEM license plate bracket off. Easily mounts by drilling through these holes, through the bumper, 4 holes, 1/4 inch, preferably a little bigger to allow a little bit of movement after you get the bracket mounted. I'm going to remove this plate and we'll go from there. Okay, the OEM plate bracket is removed. Have the holes drilled. As you can see, it is rather difficult to get the holes drilled. Not necessarily through the plastic bumper, but through the steel bumper behind it. It is very hard. If you do this, make sure you have a very powerful drill, and take your time. All you really need to do is go straight in from the factory OEM bracket mounts and through the plastic bumper and through the steel bumper behind it, and everything should line up close. If not, you can wallow out the holes a little bit if necessary to allow for proper adjustment. I'm going to make a revision to my brackets, and I'm going to start putting vertical slotted holes in them to allow for better vertical and horizontal alignment. Okay, now that I have the holes drilled, I'm going to mount the bracket with the hardware supplied. In order to mount the bracket, you'll need the hood open. The factory OEM bracket should go on somewhere similar to this right here. It's real easy to do. You notch out the top of the bracket approximately, a 1/4 inch, 1/8 inch, and it easily fits right over top into the angles in place. You can mark this out by lining up with the holes, maybe dropping the bolts in the holes, and making marks and using a box knife to cut it out. Pretty simple. The hardware supplied is also pretty simple. It is a 3-inch, I believe, 1/4 inch shouldered bolt with 2 flat washers and a rubber grommet and a nut, 1/4 inch nut. All you need to do this is 7/16 wrench and a 7/16 socket or impact. Impact works pretty good with a wrench. Okay, I'll get this set up and show you what it looks like. The hardware kits come as shown. If you get a front bracket, the bag will be labeled front. Rear bracket will be labeled rear. We got the bolt, washer, rubber grommet, washer, nut. That's exactly how it is assembled. The washer goes on the outside, the rubber grommet goes between the bracket and the bumper to prevent scratching. As you can see, mine's scratched up already anyway, so no matter. And a washer for the backside with the nut. Pretty simple setup. Everything's explained in the instructions that are downloadable via our website. Alright, now I have all the hardware installed on the bracket. The OEM plate cover is on. You don't need that. If you don't have one or don't want to use it, that's fine. It can be mounted without, but you will need to bring the plate out about 1/4 inch, the license plate. in order to make up for the bolt heads. This is what I do. Mount it like this on the bracket. Use the rubber grommets to hold it in place because they go between the bumper and the bracket for protection. You should have something like this. This will line right up with the holes, slide it into place, put your nuts and washers on the back, tighten everything down. All right, as you can see, I got it on there. I don't have it tightened down yet. I would like to note that as you tighten this down, I would take some measurements on it. Make sure you have it level and square, vertically and horizontally, so it looks right in the end. As you can see by looking at mine, the plate bracket is crooked. The whole left side of the bracket is down right. But the way I designed this is that there's plenty of play and movement to give you proper adjustment if it's mounted correctly. All right, I got it on there, snugged up. I recommend that you snug them up a little bit, maybe back off about a turn, just so it's kind of tight on there, but you can still move it or move the bracket and the plate mount. It allows you to move the plate mount up and down separate from the bracket, and move the bracket around on the bumper separate from the plate mount and the bumper. So it allows you adjustment in multiple different ways. I measured it. I'm real close all the way across, from the ground to the bottom of the plate bracket. It's real close. I'm going to leave it right there. I'm going to tighten it up, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like with some lights mounted on it. All right, it's all mounted and snugged up. I think it looks pretty straight from what I can see. It's really hard to tell with the camera right in my way, but I don't even know if the camera's straight, so it looks like it's a little crooked. Anyhow, that's where I'm at now. Normally I would mount the plate with the OEM plate screws. But I'm not going to do that right now because I don't want you to see my plate. I don't know why people worry about that so much, but anyway, this bracket holds either 4 pods, 2 pods, or a 20-inch light bar. It's set up, designed for that purpose. These OEM plate screws, too, by the way, have a pre-drilled hole for them here and here, and there are some on the bottom, I believe. I think I put some on there. Yeah, just in case you want to mount just the plate. Like I said, you will need to use some washers or something behind these screws, to make up the difference for the bolt head here, because you won't have this bracket on here with the indentation on it. So that's one benefit to using this bracket. I don't know what they get for them online. I'm sure at the dealer they're probably pretty expensive, but you know, do what you want. This will also accommodate, without this bracket on here, I should say, it will also accommodate like an aftermarket license plate frame if you want to use one of those. I would like to note that this is my prototype. It is a little scuffed up and paint scratched on it, and it's got some visible wobbles in it and divots because it was the first one I made. I plan on making me a new one eventually for my Jeep, but right now I'm more worried about satisfying my customers and getting their product out, so I'm working on that. One good thing about this bracket is you can mount your lights straight ahead. Like out here on the end, if you wanted to, you could put them in an angle for ditch lights or trail lights. You know, you can mount them up or down or in or out, however you want to do it. And you know, you can mount them straight ahead, and if you wanted to later on down the road, you're going on a trail ride, you could loosen them up and move them. So this is a 2-pod light configuration. You could do a 4-pod with 2 more here if you wanted, or a 20-inch light bar. All our brackets are multi-coat primered, multi-coat painted with a black satin finish. Made from aluminum. custom fabricated in our shop. As you can see, they've been designed to conform the shape of the front shape of the hood and front bumper. When you tighten this down, it will conform to the shape of the bumper around the face if mounted correctly. This is a 2 light pod configuration. You can do a 2-4 pod or a 20-inch light bar on this bracket. Please check our Facebook page, find us on Twitter, Instagram, and check out our website at mohawkoffroadfab.com. Links will be in the description. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and check out all our other videos and products. There will be more products to come for the KL platform. Thank you for watching.